Hello and welcome to I'll Catch You on the Flip Side. This is a flipped classroom lesson for you all. You're the Title I Innovate with iPads group, and we are very excited about next week. It's the first set of training. I will, however, never leave your virtual side, if that makes any sense at all. I want to right now let you guys know that I'm only an email away. My name is Linda Shriver, and I'm going to be working really closely with Lisa and a lot of the other people that are in the Title I group to make sure that this transition is very smooth for you all. So welcome. I'm excited to get things going. So here's what this is. This is a flipped classroom lesson that I'm going to give you. Now let me preface this by saying a true flipped classroom is a one-take video, and I am not going to edit this at all. If the dog barks or the kitty cat walks across my keyboard or doorbell rings or kids come in or any kind of crazy thing happens, because I am taping this from home, then you all will know that I'm not going to stop the tape. So let's have fun with this, and let's see how we go from here. So if you've ever heard of the saying, I'll catch you on the flip side, I thought this was a very appropriate title for this. The I catch you on a flip side comes from a time where disc jockeys would put on a record, and as they were closing or ending, they would say to their audience, hey, 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 I'll catch you on the flip side. Well, DJ Linda Shriver has decided that I'm going to also use this flipped classroom approach with you all. So let's get a better idea of what a flipped classroom is. I'm going to quickly show you this 3-minute video on flipped classrooms. If you've never experienced it or heard of it, let me just tell you this is a pretty cool and awesome concept, and it's going to work perfectly with the iPads that you all have rolling out or the devices that you have rolling out, because in the future we don't know what we're getting here. So there's some exciting things that are going on in Clay County. So I thought the flipped lesson might be a great way. Now the gentleman that you're going to hear from, his name is Lodge McCammon. I say gentleman because he looks like he's 14 years old, but I promise you he's really a man in his mid to late 20s maybe. I met him down in Orlando at a conference, and just a great guy. He has some really amazing things that he's doing with the flipped classroom concept. So let's join him real quick as he explains how it works in the elementary setting.
This question comes from Denise in Florida. She asks, how does flipping work in the classroom? Now, flipping the classroom works beautifully in elementary school for the same reason it works so well in other grade levels and other content areas, because we're really focusing on two things: efficiency and relationships. And let's talk about relationships in elementary school. So for the first time, kids are able to take their teacher home and learn from their teacher at home on a screen, which is a world that they are very tuned into. No pun intended, I suppose, because the kids are watching TV, they're watching YouTube. So if the teacher enters into that world, that teacher becomes a celebrity, becomes the ultimate master that those students can watch at home and just, oh my gosh, my teacher is on the internet. That's amazing. Now, there's also another possibility for relationship building that is maybe even greater than having the students take you home on a screen, which is having the parents really enter into this educational conversation. You are handing the parents a tool and saying, hey, a couple times a week I want you to sit down with your child and watch my videos explaining topics that we're learning in school so you can help reinforce that at home. Those relationships between the parent and the teacher can be an amazing tool to increase student success if those parents get involved in the educational process. So relationships are huge, probably the biggest in elementary school. As we get into middle and high school, students don't have quite the same interactions with their parents, and parent involvement isn't quite as impactful. It's still very impactful, but elementary school, it is key, and this gives you an amazing tool to really build relationships with those parents. The first thing I talked about, or the first thing I mentioned before, was efficiency. That's the other part. So efficiency, we're finding that those 10 or 15-minute direct instruction lessons that you provide as whole group instruction for your students, those are about 2 or 3-minute videos in this style. So instead of providing a 10 or 15-minute direct instruction lesson, that can be a 3-minute video. Now, that's a complete shift in efficiency, because the students can watch those outside of the classroom, but because it's such an efficiency shift, you can use those as in-classroom tools. You can have students go to, in their centers, they can go to a center where they're watching you, the teacher, deliver a video, a 3-minute video of the content that they need to know. They can watch that multiple times in the classroom in the time it took you to do it as a direct instruction lesson. They can watch it multiple times. You can also use it as a whole group instruction, put it up on a screen and have students watch that 3-minute content and then discuss it and maybe watch it a couple more times during the course of that class. Now, what the fascinating thing about the whole group watching a video, it's very different than a whole group instruction listening to an adult in the room talk, because there's something magical and fascinating about the screen. When that screen turns on and the teacher is on the screen, it's almost like a classroom management tool at that point, because the students are silent. My teacher's on the screen. My teacher's on TV. My teacher's famous. I'm listening. Now, the flexibility of having students really engage in that presentation, but also have the flexibility of them to be able to watch the video again, basically the teacher replicating themselves, watch it whole group instruction, watch it in centers, and then watch it with their parents at home. That is a very powerful tool to get students engaged in the content and really get to that deep level of learning.
So if you are thinking, wait a second now, you know, very, very few of my children have that internet connection at home. That's okay. I get it. I understand it. I really do. I can tell you that there are lots and lots of options. You can have the student come in before and after school. You can have send a student home with a jump drive, and they can push it into their computer. If all else fails, they have nothing, no computer even. They don't necessarily have to have the internet connection, but if they have a computer, that'd be great. But even if they don't have that, they can actually take this. You can email it to the parents, so the parent could watch it at work. So we're talking about these very short 2 to 3 minute videos that are quite possibly you could be your face on the screen, which actually works more effectively than what I'm doing here. If you really could see me right now, you'd see that I am dressed up like a DJ, and I have DJ glasses on, and you know, I'm all DJ Linda Shriver. Okay, not really, but I did set your imagination going a bit. So I'm telling you that you probably will stop this or pause this video and go Google flipped classroom, because I'm telling you, it's really cool if you see some of the things that teachers have done out there. There's some really neat things. Well, here's the cool thing. There is an app that we are going to provide you guys called EduCreations. And there's another app called Show Me, and this is an example of it down here. We're not going to go there just because I want to get through things. But EduCreations is even better than Show Me. EduCreations allows you as the teacher to create on your iPad a video, or short 2 to 3 minute video, a flipped classroom video, email it to your students, email it to your parents, send it out to centers, send it or save it to a thumb drive. So there's all kinds of really unique things that are happening with that. So know that in the training, you'll be getting more of that good stuff. So let me tell you really quickly, the purpose of the upcoming training next week is we're going to very much be covering Blackboard basics. If you're coming to us next week and you are solid as a rock on Blackboard, then you're going to help us out. We're going to put you to work. If you have questions and concerns and never really played with it, or have taken maybe a class in it, or have played around with it, then we're going to teach you some things, hopefully. So we're going to definitely deal with the very basics of Blackboard. Don't be scared away. I promise it will be a real fun and enjoyable real world experience. I can tell you with my trainings and with Lisa Johnson's trainings, we do not mess around. We are not going to have you leave our trainings without real hands-on product that you can use or you're creating to use in your classroom. We're not going to waste your time, I promise. So we are also going to focus on student engagement. That's a huge piece. And not just the student engagement of, oh my gosh, how cool is this? I'm giving them, an app in their hands. No, or an iPad in their hands. Student engagement is real engaging with other students in good conversation, engaging with each, with the teacher and the student, that sort of thing. So, and then of course, like I said, you'll be actually creating a project to send home and to send to your classroom to create. So, and we will not be recreating the wheel. We are not going to be redoing a lot of work that you've already done. Excuse me. We intend on having part of your homework is to bring a lesson that you'll be teaching in the spring, and we're going to actually take that lesson that you normally would do, and we're going to actually make it very digital, very virtual, very much a lesson that you can use with that iPad. So should be what I believe, and maybe I'm a little too close to it right now, but I really believe it's going to be a very impactful training. Hopefully you will leave feeling that same way. So let's take a tour real quick of the master courses that I'm going to actually give you all. I have 3rd, 4th, 5th, and 6th grade master courses created that I'm going to push out to you probably sometime next week, so don't get excited and expect it to be there right this second. But it will say 3rd grade template or 3rd grade master courses, I believe it's called. Let's just go there now. We can find out what they're called. So we're going to go into, if you've not explored OneClay Portal yet, we're going to go into that. And on my desktop inside OneClay Portal, I have Blackboard. And we're going to go ahead and log into Blackboard. Hit continue. And give it a few minutes, and you'll notice that I do not have to log into Blackboard. I can actually sit, and it logs in for me because I used OneClay Portal. So that's a little advertisement. If you've not played yet with OneClay Portal, that's something that's coming out to teachers in a few weeks. I promise you it's really cool. So you just got a preview of it. So let's go into Blackboard, and the way you guys are going to actually do it is go to www.clayschools.net. So again, I'll say www.clayschools.net, and you're going to log in. There'll be a login page right there at the beginning, and if you've never logged into Blackboard, it's actually just your username and password that you use to log into the county. Once you log in, you're going to go to My Clay Content tab. Click on that, and you're going to see a course over here in Classes as soon as it shows up. It's a little slow today. As soon as it slows up, catches up, under My Classes, you're going to see a course. It's going to look something like this: 3rd grade master template. And it'll say 4th grade master template if you're a 4th grade teacher. So let's go ahead and go into that, and we're going to take a tour of what you're actually going to be given. I have created this course for you. I've done all the hard work, I guess you could say, all the more techie work, but I want you to know that if you are a creative bug and you want different pictures and different sayings, certainly we're going to be teaching you and showing you how to change all of those. So what you're looking at right now is that very opening screen that your students will see. Actually, let's give your students the student view. Over here in the far right corner, you see edit mode is on. If we turn edit mode off, remember that any time during this video, you can pause it and go and find this course inside your Blackboard, or go find Blackboard and go pull up another course that you might have in there to play with. So you don't have to necessarily, it's not just a sit and get from me. It's stop, pause it, and go on. So I've turned the edit mode off up here, and as you can see, it's going to give you the view of what the student would see. They see the bold number 3, welcome to, and you're going to change all this good stuff. You can change the artwork as well. If you scroll down here, it gives you kind of a view of a template that I picked out for you guys. It's an apple. There's a little apple with a plug into it. You'll see it when you pull it up on yours probably. So let's go. The welcome to 3rd grade is the screen you're actually looking at now, and that's the first thing they'll see when they log in. There is all about your teacher. The students will be able to find out information about you. There is a math link, science, social studies, reading. I can teach you, we will teach you how to change those to anything you want to change them to. In fact, if you don't want any of those on there, and you just want one place for them to come into, that's fine as well. Start thinking about how you might want this organized. Let me explain to you what this is. This is a portal. That is all. This is a place for your students to find their work, get their work, click on it, whether they're in the classroom, whether they're in the library, whether they're at home, on the internet. They can go in here and they can find what work either they've missed or they need catch up on or whatever. They can actually log into My Clay Content or Blackboard and go to the My Clay Content tab, and they will actually see this class in there. So, and we're going to load up your kids and everything into here. So you're going to have those sections. We're also going to have an area for a discussion board, and it's just let's discuss, and that'll give your students the chance to collaborate online. Kids will eat this up. Let me just tell you that now. Okay, have I scared scared any of you all a little bit? I really don't mean to. I'm probably talking quickly and overwhelming you a bit if you're not tech savvy. I get it. I understand that. And don't worry. We've got people assigned along the way to help you out with this step by step. The Let's Collaborate tab is going to be a tab where you can actually put your students in groups. So if they've got, if you've got significant levels in your classroom, or just different, mixed levels and groups that you want to put them into, those groups can then have their own collaboration section, their own discussion board, things like that. So we'll talk about that in the training. And then let's share. This is one of my favorite ones because I'm all about using journals in my classroom. And students, this is a journaling technique inside Blackboard. The only people they will be able to show their work to inside a journal is you, the teacher. And you're the only one that could write them back. So it's definitely just you. The journal is a very private teacher-student time, whereas the discussion board is definitely more public. Discussion board is with the whole class or their whole group. So, and then I've got a section here of online resources. So that's your course, the master course that you're going to have rolled out to you. We're going to work on, you can change the color and make it yours. But today you actually have homework. And we're going to head back to the PowerPoint slide and kind of talk a little bit about some more things there. And then we're going to go to kind of what your homework is. So we just took a tour of the master courses. You'll have those rolled out to you probably by next week. We're hoping by Tuesday, for sure by the training. I'm hoping by Tuesday you'll start seeing them come into your group. So here's your homework. It's pretty easy for those of you that are PowerPoint people. It's super geeky if you all are wanting to go further. If I've got some accelerated students out there in my audience, I would like to tell you that your time has come. Those gifted kiddos may branch out on this assignment. You will know, if you've not ever taken a course with me, you will know that I am probably the most understanding teacher as far as homework is concerned. I just want you to take a stab at it. I just want to be able to say that you tried it. Have fun with it. If it is something that you go off on this crazy tangent and get this crazy idea that you want to do a video, or that you want to do, a screen capture, or you want to do something crazy, you go for it. I am not stopping you in one way or the other. And then the other part is there, and that is if you are like freaking out at this point because you've never touched PowerPoint, I get that as well. Find a friend. There are people in your school that can certainly help you out with this next assignment. It's a very easy assignment, but that's because I'm kind of a geek. So I will walk you through this assignment right now and show you how to do it. So what you're going to be creating, the end product, is going to look something like this. This is a picture. It looks like a slide of a PowerPoint that you're seeing right here, but this is a picture that I actually did to put into my course that I create. So like as a teacher, you all will want your students to get to know you digitally as well as in person, certainly, and your parents and things like that. So where this is going to actually show up is back in your master course, and I'll show you that in just a bit. But what I've done is I've just taken 3 pictures that I had on my computer, one of my dog, one of my cat, and my 2 children. My poor husband didn't get on this, but I should stick him on there. I'm so sorry to my husband, because he is definitely one of my favorite things. But then what I did is I pushed this out into that course. So then my parents or you all or my students can see, oh, this is what Ms. Schreiber's all about. This is what she does. So please feel free to share sports, share ideas, share what you do, what your dreams are, your goals are. Make as many slides as you want. The trick is going to be converting them to a JPEG. And JPEG is just a picture image. So converting this PowerPoint slide, PPT, usually it comes out as that at the end when you save it, converting that to a JPEG or a picture, and then putting it into the course. So let's go ahead and get into it. So I'm in PowerPoint now, but you would find PowerPoint by going to the Start button. And you probably have, if you use it enough, like me, you've probably got it sitting up somewhere. But if you don't, you're going to scroll down and find, usually it's under Windows, there we go, Windows, Microsoft Office. So I'm going to double click on that. oops, just one click, sorry. Go down to PowerPoint, and I would double click on that to open it up. I've already got it open. So it's the little P, the orange P, if you need help with that. So I've already got it open right here. I'm going to go ahead and create a slide. And the way you normally would see PowerPoint when it opens up is it'd be a blank slide. It'd look something like this. So all you're going to do is just click to add the title. In this case, I'll just make one up. Hello from Mrs. Shriver. And then I'm going to go ahead and put a picture in here. So I'm going to go up to the top and I'm going to put Insert, Picture. And I don't even know what kind of pictures I've got on this particular. I will pretend like this is a picture of, oh, this is my pet penguins that I have. And I'm going to put them on my slide. Huey, Dewey, and Louie is what I call them. Okay, I'm totally making all this up. But I'm doing too fancy things. I'll stop. But I'm going to insert that picture of my pets, let's say. So I'm going to go up here and I'm going to go Insert, Picture again. And I'm going to, because my garden looks just like this, I'm going to click on my tulips. Okay, again, lying. I'm going to hit Insert. And it's going to make it really big. I don't want it that big. So I'm going to take this little corner up here, pull it down small, and I'm going to make it come up here. So just because the purposes of this shows you how to do a very basic slide. That is all I'm asking of. If you want to go overboard, I can understand that completely. I happen to be one of those too. Feel free to put a background in it. So you go up to Design, and they all give you all kinds of crazy backgrounds, fun backgrounds, different ones. Well, I like that green. That's kind of pretty. I'll have to move my penguins down here a little bit. And so that kind of gives you an idea of how to do it. Again, let me explain. I've done this very quick, and I would definitely do it differently. But this gives you a good idea. Here's where the tricky part comes in. You want to go up to File and save this document. So you want to not only save it as a PowerPoint, because you might want to come back and edit it. I might get, change my name. I might change the garden, the flowers, and I want to change this image a bit. So I can actually go up to File and Save As. Excuse me. I'm going to hit it, Save. I'm going to save it in wherever I want to. Let's just say I'm going to save it in my documents. I've got the title there, and I'm going to save it as a PowerPoint presentation. So I'm going to hit Save. Then I'm going to come back up here, and I'm going to go File and Save As. Here's where it gets a little different. Instead of a PowerPoint presentation, I'm going to actually click down below where that said PowerPoint presentation, and I'm going to go to JPEG. That says JPEG file interchange format. I'm going to click on that, and that changes it right there to a picture when I hit Save. And we'll go back and I'll show you. It's going to give you this little slide, and it's going to say, do you want to save this as a picture on every single slide? And I'm going to say, no, I just want it on this current slide. So I'm going to hit Current Slide. Okay, and then I'm going to go and make sure I'm saving this into a thumb drive or some sort of external drive to save it so that I can bring it to class with me. So I'll show you that in just a bit. We are actually done with the PowerPoint. So you've created your slide, you saved it as a JPEG or as a picture, and you're going to keep it just like that. So we're going to close down PowerPoint, and actually I'm just going to minimize it because I want to go back and redo those slides. And not right now unless you want to overboard, but in the class you're actually going to be putting that slide inside All About Your Teacher. You're going to make this master template that I push out to you next week. You're going to make it all about your teacher, and that's you. You're going to put what you just created inside this. So I've put a picture of myself, I've put the address, but here's where the slide comes in. The fun stuff about me, the more unique stuff. And I could write a paragraph, I can put bullet points, I can do all kinds of things inside here. And we'll teach you how to do that when you come in on Wednesday or Thursday of next week for that practice. So I'm just going to let you know that you may certainly go and do over and above and do advanced and do some video in here. But for now, your only assignment in that course was to actually create that PowerPoint slide for this particular section. So let's go really quickly back to the PowerPoint that I am using to show you all. That's your homework. So I'm going to get rid of that background color because I just don't like that background color. There we go. That just gets rid of it and makes it all pretty. So your homework for this is to convert this PowerPoint slide over to a JPEG and save it on a thumb drive. Well, that leads me to a reminder of what I'm going to ask you, what we're going to ask you to bring to class. So the reminder is I need you to bring a class list. I need you to bring your roll or a class list. So I have the students' names and you're going to be putting them into Blackboard so that you're going to be loading them in. Very simple process, I promise you. So I need you to bring your class list. I need you to bring a sample class lesson. And you can't see it, it's cut off, but it says upcoming lesson. So I need you to bring me a sample class lesson. It would preferably be in a digital form on your thumb drive. So I'm also asking that you bring a thumb drive with anything that you think you might need and want to get started. We're going to be you'll have several hours in the afternoon to start filling up your course and making it your own. So I'm going to ask for a class list, a sample class lesson that you'll use in the spring or that you would normally use. We're going to make it digital, and then I'm going to ask for you to bring a thumb drive with content, with all that content information on it. So I think I have pretty much covered everything. Let's just go back and double check. Let me put this up there. Another very cool saying, hit me on the hip. If you've not heard of that, I double dog dare you to go home to your kids and tell them to hit you on the hip. That is a verb. Yes, it is a verb to call someone on their cell phone. And I am going to, with my DJ Linda Shriver self, ask you all to hit me on the hip at any point. If you have any questions with anything, certainly feel free to email me at lshriver, and you see how Shriver spelled SCHRIVER at oneclay.net. I am probably, it's easier to get a hold of me by email, but that phone is there, and I'm unfortunately keep that cell phone on my hip too many times. So I feel free to please call me and ask any questions that you might have, or just email. I think that's about all for our training for next week. This was a very small slice of a flipped classroom. In other words, we're given this video in an email, and you are to open it up, study, use, go through the things we've talked about, pause it, practice and play a little bit more, that sort of thing. So I hope this has helped. Good luck to you, and I cannot wait for our training next week. Take care.